Welcome everybody to a special video. This isn't the typical stuff I do on this channel. Normally I do just, unboxings, on package opening, stuff like that. But today I wanted to do something a little special. So I am a Magic the Gathering player, have been for a few years now, and I have collected or have been building many decks. This video is gonna kind of be me talking about these decks. I have 55 decks right here, organized all in kind of filing style, separated by little tabs, and I've gone a little crazy with making Commander decks. And yes, I only play Commander. But I haven't talked much on this channel about actually playing Magic, because it's more something that I like to do with my friends, not really do more out of that. I don't go to my local game store. I just play with my small little pod. And yeah, that's really all it is for me. But one thing I have, really dived into is deck building. It is kind of crazy. I have so many decks. My first ever deck was Baldur's Gate set, Captain Nagathorod, blue, black, and that one just made me fall in love with Magic. Playing that along with my friends who are also playing for the first or second time, we've all been able to learn at the same time, and so it's been a really, really great experience over the years, and seeing our group evolve over time, it's been amazing. Captain Nagathorod being my very first, and now I've developed almost 55 decks. Actually, I think over 55 at this point. They're not all 100% ready. I think the ones that are ready to be played there's about 49. I think 48 or 49 that are good to go. The rest are in the works. As I said, my first one, Captain Nagathorod. So my most recent deck that I've started building is Quasar, Augur of Agonies, a blue, white, black commander. And whenever you draw a card, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. So, heavy draw deck that I know my friends will hate. And that is kind of the idea behind a lot of these decks, unfortunately. But one reason why I've wanted to develop just so many and dive into so many is because, I love the uniqueness of having so many different commanders, and having a different commander can completely change up how you play. For example, with the Spider-Man set or the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set, you have a lot of legendary creatures. And that's a lot of different commanders you can have. Even if some of those aren't so good, you could have a deck where the commander is low cost, not so great, but then have the deck around it be much more powerful. My best deck in the whole collection is none other than everyone's favorite Miss Bumbleflower. And yeah, I've even got a little prismatic sleeve for her. Upgraded precons are kind of where I started getting precons. So Miss Bumbleflower, Captain Nagathorod, Valgavoth, Harrower of Souls, Saheeli from Aether Drift, and Dr. Madison Lee from Fallout. I have taken a lot of these precons and upgraded them to be more fun, more creative, not just to be the precon that they came with. When will I stop? Never. I never plan on stopping. I honestly swear to God, my way of doing these and deconstructing decks, because I did have more. I've had several others where if I lose enough with it, I have a points-based system where, if I lose and there's 2 opponents left, that's -2 points. So if a deck gets to -5, then I cut it.
And then you add Kurt Angle to the mix. your chances of winning drastically go down.
I've had a lot of decks that still do. I keep building them to this day. If I could show you the pile of cards on my desk that I still have to go through and add to decks, and combine into everything, it would be too much. But I'm much more of a player with Magic than I am with Pokemon. You've seen a lot of my collection, my opening videos for Pokemon and my CGC grading videos. Those are more the collection side of things. Whereas with Magic, sure, I love to collect. I actually keep like a spreadsheet with with a whole collection of each set, so I can see where I am collecting the entire set. But I definitely am much more of a player for Magic. I care less about reselling or keeping mint conditions of cards than I do with Pokemon, just because the market and everything. But Magic, in my opinion, is a game that should be played, not marketed, not sold, if you know what I mean. That's just my personal opinion. I know a lot will disagree. I don't even know where I'm going with this video at this point. I've kind of just been rambling, but I wanted to show off a lot of these decks. Some personal favorites of mine. The most recent one I used actually is Seer Bondum, Sun Exemplar. It was a very fun commander for blink cards, because whenever you put a card in exile, it gets a +1 and you gain 1 life. That combined with Conjurer's Closet is amazing. I realize I'm not wearing a mic and I haven't been this entire video, but I'm not going to re-record this. I'm just going to go with the flow, edit the audio maybe, and Bob's your uncle. Some other favorites. The next one I'm using is Nayali Sun's Vanguard from Phyrexia LB1. That's the next in my lineup of decks. But the one that I'm using after that I'm most excited for, from Edge of Eternities, Ragost Deft Gastronaut. Turns all artifacts into food, and you can sacrifice them to deal damage or sacrifice them to gain life. It's a very interesting and unique commander, and I cannot wait to use it against my friends. And but obviously I can't go through every single deck I have because that would take too much time. But if you all want me to, I would certainly be glad to. Consider this like kind of an introduction into my decks. Maybe I'll also I want to do some like actual I want to film some games for you. I even have like a GoPro that I plan on using to record my own games with friends, my pod. So let me know what you think about that, and some of your favorite decks. And what do you think of potentially me showing off like decks individually in the future? Let me know. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.